welcome back to my channel. My name is Suaad if you're new. I know I have not been uploading for such a long time, but literally this lockdown has me in like a bad place. Literally since last year, really. Like, I just been the most laziest person ever. No motivation, no nothing. Like, I just been in my own little bubble. All I'm doing is going to work, coming back, and literally sleeping and staying in bed and watching movies. That's all I do, literally. So thank you for you guys that reached out to me and asked me if everything is going well and if I'm fine and what is going on. Thank you guys. You know, alhamdulillah, I'm fine. I've just been very under the weather. I'm like, you know, like I don't want to do anything, so that's the only reason really. But hopefully I'll be back and I'll be able to record more videos, you know. And the only thing is, like, I don't really wear makeup as much anymore, so now I have to always like force myself to wear makeup, and it's like, oh, like, do I really want to? And you know, I'll just stay in bed, and it's really cold, so, and gloomy and depressing. So that's the reasons why. So if you guys want to follow me on my socials, it'll be down below here. And yeah, follow me and we could be friends. So guys, I want to start this new segment where I'm going to do like dilemma stories. It'll be like one title, but it would be like with different people. So the first one I'm going to do by myself, and then hopefully I want to do one every week maybe, and then hopefully get like a different guest every time. So if there's anyone that you want me to do videos with, then comment down below, let me know. And yeah, let's get into the video. So the segment that I'm working on is going to be love stories. So it's going to be like horror, like, you know, the horrors, or like the failed dating stages, or like any dates that you went on that are you know, that were horrible. So I want to know all your stories. So I asked most of my questions on Instagram and on Snapchat, so make sure that you follow me on there, that you can send me stuff. I'll always make sure that any story that anyone sends me is going to stay anonymous. Like, I wouldn't put your name or anything. So I asked the question a couple weeks back, and I got a couple juicy stories. So yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so I once went on a date with a guy that I have met online. We've been talking for 3 months. He was very religious, so we had the chaperone on during our chats. I don't know why I thought when we was meeting there wasn't going to be a chaperone. So on the day he asked me to bring my brother or dad. I felt so weird, and I told him that I was going to do it because I thought he was joking. Anyway, I turned up to the date alone, and there he was sitting there with his dad. I was so shocked and sat down, and I wanted to just eat, and I made an excuse that my dad was not coming. Was there no food at home? I don't get it. The dad brought out some papers after we finished eating, which was a marriage agreement for me to sign. I then clocked what was happening and noticed I just turned up to my own wedding at a 3-star restaurant. I told them I was going to the toilet and I never returned. I blocked him everywhere. Oh my god. First of all, why did you go? If you knew that it was weird for him to have a chaperone in the chat, why did you go? Like, I don't understand. And why are you acting like there's no food at home, please? You know, your mom probably made a good, amazing meal and you wanted to go to a restaurant, and now you met Baba, and did you sign the papers? No, you didn't. You ran away. So did he end up finding you? What happened? Like, at the end of the day, if you find something very fishy, or you have some feeling, or you feel like, you know, your gut feeling is telling you no, don't ever do it, because your gut is telling you that you should not be doing any of these things. So in this instinct, if you had those feelings, you should have listened to it, because honey, it was not worth it, because you was about to get married. You was about to get married. Like, imagine if you like just looked at it like, oh yeah, okay. Or imagine if like you got drugged or something and then you just signed the papers and then there you go, you was off with this man. Like, watch out girl. I went on a date with a guy that I met online. We were talking for a good 4 months before we decided to meet. He wanted to come pick me up from my house, but I wasn't so comfortable, so I told him I'll meet him at the location. I got there before him, and because he already reserved the table, I sat down and waited 20 minutes before he turned up. Why did you wait 20 minutes? You should not be waiting, honey. You should not be waiting for a guy. When he turned up, we got on really well. We ordered food. After we finished, he asked me if I wanted dessert. Such a gentleman, right? And I said yes. So I told him what I wanted. Then he ordered another dessert on the menu and goes, we'll share one. I didn't say nothing and just let it go. Dessert came and we shared, which was a bit weird. When it came to paying the bill, he goes, let's go halves, and calculated the food. And he then had the audacity to halve the dessert. I didn't even enjoy it. After an awkward moment, we walked outside and he insisted he wanted to take me home. I told him I was going to book an Uber, and he started throwing a tantrum and kept saying he had to take me home. I walked into the shop and booked an Uber and ran to the car. I got home and blocked him. Oh my god. Number one, he threw a tantrum. Get rid of him. Second of all, he said let's share a dessert that you automatically already told him what dessert you wanted. Get rid of him. Man said he halved the dessert to pay. You know, at the end of the day, there is a big debate about who should pay a date or who should not be paying at a date, or if someone should go halves on a date or anything. At the end of the day, I believe on the first date a guy should pay, because you're the one that took me out of my house. I got dressed, I put makeup on, I did everything, and you want to tell me I should be paying? Sorry? Like, nah, that makes no sense to me. Like, if we've been dating for a while and like we've been talking for a while and been meeting up for a while, I don't mind like paying once in blooming, like, you know. But you're the one that is getting me out of my house, so you should be paying, honey. I don't, you know, I think he did well by getting rid of him, because we don't like niggas that throw tantrums, number one. Because if someone says to you they're gonna jump on an Uber, save yourself some petrol as well. So why are you making such a big deal out of it? Because you're already stingy because you didn't pay for the bill, but you don't mind losing petrol. Like, makes no sense. Anyway, girl, I think you did well, because people like that we do not like. Yeah. So the next one is I met a guy on Muzmaj, and we was talking for a year and a half before we decided to meet. We also met each other's family because we wanted to get married. He was everything I wanted, but he had a dark side that only came out after we got married. First year of marriage was amazing, and we had an amazing honeymoon stage. I got pregnant and had a beautiful baby girl. One day I was out shopping and I see my husband at the same store with another woman and a child about 5. The child looked exactly like him. When he saw me, he got very shocked and tried telling me it's his cousin and her son, but the child is calling him dad. The lady then explained that he had been married to her for 7 years. I tried getting a divorce, but it's not allowing me. You know, stories like this actually make me scared, because you don't know like what you're getting yourself into sometimes. Like, you might have thought this guy was like, oh my god, like, you know, I'm single, da, da, da. This is why some guys are fraud. They're biggest frauds ever, because how are you telling the poor girl that you're single and you have no children and you have no nothing? So all this time you're entertaining this girl for a year and a half. Whose house were you sleeping in? Where was you at? Like, I don't understand. See, like, sometimes you need to just get to know someone for a very long time before you like decide to get married. you know. But then don't get me wrong, at the same time you have people that have amazing good intentions and they like have never done anything wrong. So I think it's just finding the balance and seeing who's actually worth your time. Just look for like red flags. Like I know a lot of people like that would do know that it's a red flag, but then be like, oh, okay, you know, maybe I can overlook it, you know. No, honey, we're not overlooking anything. We need to make sure that if you see a red flag, we hit 10 toes over there, okay? Gone. Because this is not right. Because now you're stuck in a predicament where he doesn't want to divorce you, but you're stuck in it. But I hope you're able to work it out. I hope for the sake of your baby girl that you guys came up with some sort of adjustment, some sort of like you guys worked it out, because you know, like it's sad for the child as well, because now a whole child is involved. So it's not even just a thing where it's like, oh, let's just get a divorce. It's not that anymore. So you just have to like work it out, and inshallah, like I hope it works out for you guys. People need to know who they really getting married to, because I was on mismatch for 1.5 years and I was looking to settle down. I was talking to this guy, but at first he catfished me. The twist is he knew who I was, but I only saw pictures of someone else. I started loving this person and we finally met up. Did you love him before you met him, or did you love him after? Like, when did you love him? Because man catfished. The shock was when we met, I knew who he was because he was my friend's husband. At first I was confused and he explained he was looking for a second wife. From all the things that my friend told me about her husband, he seemed like an amazing guy, and I respectfully sat down and we had a lovely dinner. He then told me not to mention it to my friend and that he would talk to her about him having a second wife. Couple months passed and alhamdulillah we got married. His wife didn't want him to have a second wife, so when he insisted that he was going to marry a second woman, she asked for a divorce. Now 1 year later, me and her are not friends anymore and her husband is mine. He's looking for another wife. Oh my lord, oh my lord, what is going on? First of all, you betray your friend. When you went on this date and saw this guy, first of all he catfished you, and second of all is your friend's husband. So when you saw that he was your friend's husband, you should have respectfully walked out instead of sitting down, because we do not sit down, honey. Like, how are you choosing your friend's husband over your friend? Like, that's your friend. Like, I don't believe you should be going behind your friend's back and trying to marry her man, because now look at you, you're in the predicament she was in, because now he wants to get married to another woman. So what are you gonna do? You just have to accept it, I guess, because you can't be like, oh, you're not allowed to marry another one, because honey, you know he was gonna do that when he bagged you. So what are we gonna do? Nothing, because you can't really do much. I hope it all works out for you, and I hope your friend, you know, gets like sabr and like is able to move on from this and everything, you know. So good luck to you guys. Next one is when I first joined Minda, there was a guy. What is Minda? Never heard of Minda. So when I first joined Minda, there was a guy that liked me, and we started talking. The conversation didn't pass a week. I forgot about it. His profile then disappeared. A couple months later, he added me back with a different name and new pictures. So I asked him about it, and he said he wanted to change his profile. I didn't think much of it, and we got on really well. He asked me to go on a date with him, and I agreed. He came to pick me up. We went to a nice restaurant. We had a couple disagreements on certain issues and stuff. That is when I knew he wasn't really for me, because of his opinionated self. At the end of the night, I told him I was going to take an Uber and wished him well. He disagreed and insisted that he was going to take me home. I told him I already booked the Uber and I waited in the waiting area. He waited with me, and little did I know, he drove to my house and waited outside. When I finally got home, he came out and said that he was not going to let me go, and if I rejected him, he would speak to my family. I ignored it and went home, and I would always see him outside my window. One day he even helped my mom with the shopping. I got scared and explained everything to my family. They told me to report it to the police, so I went to the police, and the police told me that they can't do anything till something happens, so he's free to go. Oh my god. First of all, this is where you do not give anyone your address, and you do not give guys to come pick you up from your house. Okay, when I used to get someone to pick me up, whatever, I used to make sure that they waited 3 roads down, because honey, stories like this is what makes me scared. If someone like was waiting outside my house and be like, yes, and then they start speaking to my mom, nah, cannot be me. Like, yeah, so like I was saying, I think for your sake that you should keep reporting it to the police till they actually take it serious, so then at least that way they can have like a file of all the things that he does and whatever. But well, I hope for you that he stopped stalking you and everything, because we do not like stalkers, guys. Like, guys that are clingy, over there, like, we don't like. It's 2021. Why does anyone need a clingy guy? Because I don't understand. I don't. Guys, so this was the end of all the stories that I had. They are some crazy stories, honestly, because I'm very shocked that stuff like this could even happen. But if you want to send me any dilemmas that you've been through, you can send them to me on DM, or you can send it to me on Snapchat. I won't be using your name or anything in it, so you will be fine. I'm just here that I'm trying to bring awareness to like the Muslim community that there are some weird people out there, you know. Most of the stories that we got today was about guys, but there's a lot of stories that I heard about girls too. So if any of you guys have any stories about girls that you've met that are completely like not who they are, then please let me know so I can discuss this, you know. And if there's anyone specific that you want me to put in these dilemma talks, then let me know also. But for now, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video.